I'm Tato Cat and welcome to my channel. Today we're playing Sentimental Trickster Soichiro Hayashi. Previously, they finally got everything out of their system. Maybe. So they could have actual conversations, Haru and Soichiro. And, we asked him the hard question of why he tried to kill himself. And we found that out, and that's pretty much where we left off. Alright, let's continue. At the time, being with a man, even thinking about it made me feel disgusted with myself. The situation itself was unreal, impossible, doomed from the start. One day, Hotaru came to me. She started crying. She asked me why I pretended not to notice. She asked me if she was too ugly, too manly to be anyone's girlfriend. I had to tell her I loved her so much. I just in a different way. How did she react? In a way I didn't expect. She didn't leave. She didn't tell me I was disgusting. She wanted to make it work, and I started thinking that maybe it would be alright. I did love her, so maybe physically attraction, wanting her in the way I wanted, maybe it would come too. We started going out, then we got married. I already know how the wedding night went. Soichiro closes his eyes, his lips curved in a small, sad smile. For a while, I really thought we were happy, despite everything. But it wasn't like that for her. Do you wish you hadn't read it? Diary? I don't know. Reading it, it made me relive the past. My days with Hotaru, how she got worse, then she got better, but in the end, and here I was, living happily, surrounded by friends, doing the job I loved, loving someone else, starting to hope that maybe someday you'd allow myself hope, allowing myself hope. All that when I'd already lived in my life and failed. But on the other hand, if I hadn't read it, we wouldn't be here now like this. Hey, no putting a positive spin on suicide. I'm sorry. And if it took you almost dying for me to finally confess, I can't really say I'm proud of myself. Well, for what it's worth, I'm glad you did. No, glad doesn't even begin to describe how knowing myself, I'm not sure I'd ever muster enough courage to confess, no matter how much I want to. I sighed and hold his hand again. He smiles apologetically. Man, things would have been so much easier if we didn't have such lousy sense of self-esteem. I sighed this time with more emphasis. It makes him laugh. It's a warm, deep sound that makes me tingle in all the right places. I lean forward and kiss him again. Today is graduation day. For the seniors, that is. I still have a long way to go. I was about to say, did we jump a few years? Soichiro's giving a farewell speech to his students, so I hurry down the corridor, trying to find their classroom. He refused to read it to me when he was preparing it, said it was too embarrassing, so naturally, I'll just have to barge in and listen to it anyway. Possibly record it too. Found the classroom. I walk in just as they're closing the door. I almost bump into Soichiro. Oh, hi Haru. Hi. Is there anything I can help you with? Nope. Soichiro sighs and lowers his voice to a whisper. Please go. We talked about this. No way. I want to hear it. No, it's embarrassing, and if you're here, I won't be able to focus. Oh, are you saying that when you look at me, it'll be distracting? I try to make my voice sound sexy. I wiggle my eyebrows, and he laughs. Hey, stop laughing. You're damaging my self-esteem. I'm sorry. But I'm serious, Haru. Please. Nope, not happening. I'll be right here, cheering you on and recording. Like a good boyfriend. Is there anything I can do to make you, go away? Nope. Alright, this is a challenge. Megalodon would accept. I am so happy I didn't change it, because I was going to change the troll's name to Branch. Megalodon is far more amusing. So I do too. I'll do my best. And I'll do my best to record every single word. You're not helping. So he just starts turning away. I grab his sleeve. Hey. If you really want me to go, I will. No. Please stay. I might be nervous, but you came to support me, and it means a lot. Thank you, Haru. He says it like he means it, so I nod and take one of the back seats. Despite everything I said, I don't want to intrude too much. I just want to intrude a little and record him. After all, it's his goodbye to his homeroom class. Soichiro walks to the whiteboard and turns around, facing everyone. He smiles. My dear students, I can't believe you're all graduating today. I probably should have gotten used to it by now, teaching as long as I have, but I don't think I ever will. This is the last time we'll all be meeting here in this classroom, but I'll always wonder where you are and how you're doing, whether you're happy and satisfied with your life. I know that right now the future may seem scary, uncertain, as if you're standing beside a sports car and everyone's yelling at you to just get in and drive, but you're not sure how. You know how. Well, let me tell you something. It's okay to go slow. It's okay to travel by foot. Sometimes it's even better. Of course, there are practical concerns. You have to pay the bills and you want to protect yourself, show the world what you're made of. I know society expects you to make something of yourself, and your parents might be skeptical about the whole arts college thing. But you don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to justify your education by making a ton of money. Your life is your own, and I believe that everything you've learned here was worth learning. Every book you've read, every poem you wrote, every play you performed is part of you now. And you're part of something much, much bigger. You're going to be all right. So don't be afraid to give it your all. Don't be afraid to be kind. And Soichiro glances at me, a faint blush spreading from his neck to his cheeks. Find people who truly love you and cherish them with all your heart. I'm sorry if this sounds silly, obvious or cliche, but He takes a deep breath and closes his eyes. When he opens them again, his focus is back. Not so long ago, I thought I was happy with my life, or rather, I never wondered how I felt. I simply lived each day the same way, safe in my routine. But it all changed when I met him. Everyone is perfectly silent. I blink. Did he really just come out of the closet in front of 20 people, his students, to boot? So, when you get the chance, love with all you have. Life might get hard at times, but if something feels too easy, maybe it's not worth doing. That's all I want to tell you. I hope my speech wasn't too long. Congrats, Mr. Hayashi! I don't know, dude voice. We'll be rooting for you. Thank you. Soichiro's students clap. Some of them laugh and whistle, but there's no malice behind it. His blush deepens. Soichiro spends some time talking to individual students. When they're all gone, I approach him. That was a good speech. Thank you. Now, I know why you didn't want me to read it. I know why you didn't want to read it to me. But what made you tell everyone you're dating a guy? You could have easily replaced him with that person and it would have been fine. It's my therapist suggested telling more people about us. She said, well, pretty much what you told me. that it's impossible to make everyone like me, that sometimes people won't accept me, won't accept us, and I should learn to live with it. I see. It's a good thing Shinya recommended her to you. Yes. At first I thought I would make much of a difference, but I was wrong. It's good to talk to someone who knows a lot about the subject and has certain professional detachment. Yeah. So, the speech, did you record it? Yep, it's all in here. I pat my phone. And in here, is he going to pat to his heart? I placed a hand over my heart. Yep. I sigh romantically and hear Soichiro laugh. Man, I'm so lame. No, Haru. You're not. I'm sorry. But at least I have the coolest boyfriend, so excuse me while I run around showing my phone at people and bragging. I mean, obviously not in here. Wait. Do I even know anyone outside the university? I love you so much, Haru. Come home with me? Home? You mean my hometown? To meet my family? I mean, you obviously know my mom already, but my brother and my, Tatsuya, mom's husband, you've never met them. So, your stepfather. I've been thinking about it a lot. I wanted to ask you before, but the timing was never right, and Haru? No, it wasn't really about the timing. I was scared. Still am. I'm terrified to go back there, but I think I need to. Will you go with me? Of course. Whatever you need. Whenever you want to go. If I can help you in any way, I will. He answers immediately, no hesitation. He smiles and I feel some of the tension melt away. I can breathe again. I glance at the classroom door, then tilt my head up and give him a quick peck on the mouth. Thanks. Love you too. Today, I'm finally going home with Soichiro. The thought makes me both happy and terrified. Happy that he agreed and terrified for every other reason. Ready to go? Yeah, about that. I eyed the beat up yellow Mercedes with a mismatched paint job. As much as I love this car, it's like a 3-hour drive. Do you really trust that it won't quit on us halfway through? I never driven that far. I suppose it might, but I hope not. But on the other hand, no, I believe in it. So it will be all right. Okay, let's go then. We get in and fasten our seatbelts. Soichiro turns the key in the ignition. The engine rumbles, coughs, then rumbles again. think we're good. Yeah. Haro doesn't seem too sure about this. The car moves and I look through the window, steeling myself for what's to come. In 3 hours, I'll be home. It'll probably be the longest 3 hours of my life. I try to keep my breathing steady and think of something else, but my mind keeps going back to everything that happened before I moved away. Should I put on some music? Haru? Huh? Is everything alright? So, Tatsuya, when did your mom marry him? When I was around 12 or 13, I don't remember exactly. Didn't Mom invite you to the wedding? I thought you guys were close. She probably did tell me about it, but it was around the time Hotaru. Even if she had invited me, I wouldn't have accepted. I think she knew I'd feel bad because of it, so she decided not to invite me. Yeah, that makes sense. You and Tatsuya don't get along? It's complicated, but yeah, if I had to sum it up, we've never really hit it off. I mean, we talk or at least try to, but we're not friends or anything. What about your dad? Are you two, close? Nah, the guy took off when I was like 5. Promised he'd visit, but you know how it is. He calls sometimes, usually because he wants something or wants to talk about girls. Be my buddy. He'd never accept me. He thinks gays are gross. Heard him say it out loud a couple of times. And you know what? The dumbest part is, for a long time, I thought he left because of me. Because I was abnormal. Oh, Haru, I am so sorry you had to feel that way. Soichiro takes my hand and kisses it. We're waiting at the red light, but we're not alone. There are cars right next to us, and the drivers can surely see what we're doing. And he still kissed my hand. My vision blurs and I try not to blink. If I cry right now, he'll think it's because of my dad. Well, I definitely feel better now. Too bad we can't take it somewhere, more private. I wish we could. The light changes, we drive. What? I didn't say anything. But you keep glancing at me. I wanted to, but I don't know how to ask. I don't want to make you relive painful memories, but I'd still like to know. It's okay. Just ask. I promise I won't freak out. Why? Why are you terrified to go back there? Buckle up. Tragic backstory time. So, you know how in movies, small towns are usually portrayed as those backwards, narrow-minded pits of despair? Yes, but I've always thought I assumed it was a generalization for the sake of a social commentary, or nope, it's real. At least for me, it was. I mean, it's not like people would chase you with pitchforks or set your house on fire, but some things were just accepted and some things weren't. When I was younger and liked boys, I felt I could never tell anyone because it was something different, something no one else did. Yes, I suppose you told me only because I was living so far away. Yeah, exactly. It felt safe. So, when I went to high school and I fell in love big time, I couldn't just tell the guy. Guess what I did? I wrote him a freaking letter. It was anonymous, of course, but still, we were in the same class. He showed it to his buddies, and someone recognized my handwriting. There was no going back, so I took a chance. I asked him if I could talk to him after class, in front of everyone. I guess somewhere along the way my brain got damaged and told me everything was going to be fine. We would walk into the sunset hand in hand with everyone else cheering for us. Instead, he said I was disgusting and I became that gay dude who confessed and got rejected. Haru. Well, to be fair, I didn't really know him. I just assumed he was a good guy because he was nice to everyone. I laughed, but it sounds flat and mechanical. There's more to tell, but when I think about it, I can't. I just can't. Are you alright, Haru? You look pale. I think I'm going to be sick. Soichiro takes a sharp left and stops on the side of the road. He opens the door and helps me out. He strokes my back while I retch. Okay, I think nothing's coming out, so we can go back. Haru, take a deep breath. Good. Now exhale. And again, deep breath. He's still stroking my back. I try to focus on that and his voice. I imagine my breath coming in and leaving my body. After a while, my heart slows down, my stomach settles. Soichiro helps me up. We get back in the car. Sorry, and thank you for I'm sorry, Haru. Everything you've told me, I'm so sorry it happened to you. I wish I'd been there. I wish I could have supported you, told you it was right to feel what you felt. Yeah, me too. But I'm here now. I'm able to say all those things, and it's all thanks to you. So, I'm sorry, but I'm glad. I'm glad you came here. I'm glad I got to know you. I feel his hand on mine. He smiles, and the corners of my mouth lift in response. Things are different now. I'm different, so I can do this. It'll be alright. Finally, we're here. We park the car and start walking towards my house. I I see a couple of familiar faces. Most people recognize me, but can't offer any small talk. Maybe because I'm with Soichiro. To be honest, I'm grateful for that. Alright, we'll end this episode here. And if this goes how any of the other routes go, then next episode is probably the last one. And I'm sad about it. But I'm excited to see how it goes with Soichiro. Seeing Haru's mom and all that in the next episode. I'm Tato Cat. Have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon.